So I'm still on my vendor village wander around, and I have run into Lewis Pearson, and you are responsible for the OLY clothing company.
OLY clothing, yep.
OLY clothing. You're based out of Ireland. You've made the trip over. You were telling me earlier by a horrible route via Holyhead in a van. Tell me about your journey.
So yeah, we kind of left. Well, I set off yesterday from P.O.D up in Northern Ireland. I think I left at about 10 o'clock in the morning and picked up Kev on the way down through Dublin, went to the port.
Yeah, Kev's just over there taking pictures and is refusing to go on camera.
Got into Holyhead, drove 5.5 hours down to London, roadworks at 11:30 at night, just not used to that. So, but we got there in the end.
There just wasn't enough Instagram to keep you occupied.
No. It's difficult being a passenger because there's only so much Instagram and Facebook you can do.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about your company. How on earth did you get this off the ground? How did you get started?
Yeah, so like I was briefly saying to you earlier, I used to be an ex-rugby player and got a pretty bad knee injury, and that put me out of the sport. So my nature was that I need to be stimulated, need to be doing something that I want to get fulfillment from, and business was kind of something that really filled that void for me. And tried and tested a couple of business ideas, and I think OLY was maybe the third or fourth idea that I came up with, and luckily it took off, and it was only ever a project. Like I was doing it while I was at university, and I had a couple of part-time jobs at the time, and didn't really have that much spare time, so it just kind of snowballed and kind of here we are. I'm here 3 years later. I managed to walk into it after my university degree, and I'm very happy with that, if you know what I mean. I didn't expect it, so like I say, it's been a bit of a surprise.
Why clothing?
I think for a startup business it was very, very accessible. I mean, in terms of VC, like venture capital, I started the company with £400, which is very little in comparison to what you'd need to open up a brick and mortar store, and the way the supply works in clothing, the print, the manufacturing, customization, it's all very accessible as a startup business. It was just a good place to start for me to kind of get the gist of what business is and learn how to do business. So,
when you hear the word startup, you kind of envisage a guy in his basement with a computer surrounded by boxes. Was that what it was like?
Essentially, that's exactly what it was like. I mean, we started in my sister's bedroom, and we had one box of clothes, and that was it. And I used to bring the clothes into university and sell them to my friend. I even sold them to my lecturers, and from then we just built it up and up. But it really does come from humble beginnings. Like I said, I started it. I was a 2-hour-a-day project, and it kind of just steamrolled and got a website up. Started our customization service, and it's kind of just snowballed from there, really.
So 2015 was the starting point?
Yeah, 2015 was kind of the incentive date. That's when I came up with the idea. I actually could tell you straight off, it was 8th of December. 8th of December 2015 was whenever I was like, right, I'm launching the idea onto Facebook, and that's kind of the date that personifies in me, and then we officially got the website up on the 21st of July 2016. So there was a big long wait between getting the Facebook up and the brand being live as such, and then there actually being product for the customer to buy. So that was a bit of a wait, but we got there in the end.
Yeah, I love your logo. Where did that come from?
It's funny, like
logo generator on Google.
No, like people always say that, like I made the logo on Microsoft Word, and like that's
brilliant.
I didn't have money to pay a graphic designer. I'm not a graphic designer by trade, and I've never studied it. So like literally the font is Arial. The barbells are rectangles, just different shapes of rectangles. Circle with no fill. Bell MT for the clothing, and Times New Roman for the EST, and that's it.
You know what? I would not have known that was a bit of Times New Roman. That's
all
exceptionally
day.
Impressed. So how did it develop then? So you're this nice little small kind of sisters room company, and now where are you?
It kind of so we moved from my sister's bedroom, and that was while I was at university. I didn't have as much time as I've got now. I'm full time now. I've been full time for a year, but kind of. Through university, the word got out, and it just, like I said, we went to one CrossFit event, and then we got asked to do another, and we'd done custom stuff for a gym, and we got asked to do custom stuff for another gym. That's just how it built up, and definitely since going full time last year, we've moved into a warehouse. We've brought on Kev, so there's 3 guys in the business now, and me and Kev are full time, and that's definitely he's only been with us for 2 weeks, and we're already seeing the difference in having 2 minds making decisions. So we're kind of really still in that startup phase where we haven't, in my eyes, we haven't got the traction I think we will get. We are getting big. We've worked with over half the CrossFit gyms in Northern Ireland, and about between 8, I think it's maybe 10 in Ireland. So like I say, from humble beginnings, it's just steamrolled, and we've kind of just kept the momentum going to see where it was going to end up. And come to the likes of this, the International Functional Fitness Federation, World Champs, and getting associated with them guys, and meeting all like the True Form guys and all those bigger brands that have been around, and they're big kind of national companies, and it's really, really interesting to see where it's taken us. So I'm excited. Like it's been a very, very humble road as such, but it's starting to move from a hobby into a business, and we kind of like where it's going.
Is this your first step across into like British? Well, not British. Sorry, Northern Ireland.
We done
into England.
We done an event in Scotland there just before the summertime proving grounds, which is a great event. Essentially this is our first on English mainland. It's our first event, second event outside of Ireland, which is awesome, and it's quite a large scale event. Well, I'm hoping it will be. It looks like it's going to be, and the caliber of athletes and stuff are massive. So yeah.
In terms of what you've done before, it sounds like you've been very associated with CrossFit. Why is it important for you guys to bring the brand into functional fitness as a wider sporting concept?
The OLY clothing as a brand, the clothing element is actually, OLY is an initiative that I came up with while studying health physiology at university. For me, my first passion was health and fitness and wellness, and while studying I kind of got this big understanding that there's a lot of issues with chronic disease and sedentary lifestyle, and I just literally said to a couple of my friends, I was like, I'm going to change this, I want to make a difference. So the clothing was just a way to bring revenue into the company, that we could put out blogs and videos of educational content, and the clothing was just meant to be, like I say, a way to get money in, to expose the brand, to get the brand out there, to make it cool, to go to the gym, to have an OLY t-shirt, to be a part of that group. And our mission statement is to spread the message of health, fitness and wellness to as many people as possible, through as many avenues of exposure as possible. And CrossFit aligned so well with that mission statement, and a lot of the methodologies and teachings in CrossFit are really aligned with what we believe in as a company. So it was an easy decision to go into, and also it was kind of my rehab and the way I was training at the time. So it was an easy market space to go into, because I kind of knew it, just from being in the sport and kind of what people were wearing in the gyms and on YouTube and things like that. So.
But there's CrossFit and then there's functional fitness, which is what today's event is all about.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Is it important to widen the catchment area?
Yeah, 100%. For us, we're not solely to one sport. Ultimately, if you're doing anything with functional fitness, if you're doing anything that's going to make your life better, improve your quality of life, it's going to help you make healthier decisions, or anything along those lines, we want to back it. We want to be a part of it. And the fact that the functional fitness is here, it was a stupid opportunity to miss up, and like we said, right, let's get on top of that. And I think I contacted Gretchen literally 3 weeks ago, and here we are.
Talk to me about these really attractive weightlifting onesies
Mm-hmm.
in the back of the shop.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. If I was still at Cardiff University, where I went to uni, that's literally like our team colours.
Oh yeah, like you can bring one home with you if you want, Lauren.
You want just to wear in front of the mirror?
Absolutely.
Or down the box.
Oh yeah.
I think
just walk in.
You know what? I'm actually doing a lifting competition next weekend.
I'll hook you up.
I can't do it.
No, but
I do not have enough self-confidence to do that.
No, the reasoning for that was, why be in a sport and not make sport or not make apparel for that sport? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So that's kind of, we're developing our barbell range, our barbell club range, with a couple of baseballs, a couple of weightlifting straps and e-sleeves, and weightlifting suits, and we tried to get stuff to the Commonwealth Games. You see,
as I say, Northern Ireland Commonwealth.
Yeah, that sadly fell through, but we'll not get into that. So yeah, like that's the thing. We wanted to start making clothing for the sport that we're actually involved in, and hopefully we can get recognised for doing that. I mean, the time we put into market research and product development is, like, obviously I'm biased in saying this, but like, for example, these shorts, we've been working on these for 8 months and we're still not happy with them. It just takes time, and that's something that we're really proud of. If we're going to put a premium price tag on something, at least we know the product's really good. You know what I mean?
Okay, then talk me through these shorts. Why? What did you work on that's different from other shorts out there, and why are these causing a problem?
So
I point
whenever
at,
we
point
got
at your legs a lot.
Yeah, whenever we got these first few shorts in, they were a very bad colour. The materials, you got to work with right materials. Crotch depth, that sounds very funny, but typically whenever we're working with CrossFit athletes or functional fitness athletes or weightlifting athletes, powerlifting athletes, they all have very big behinds, to put it frank. So you have to tailor your products for the athlete that's wearing the clothes. These shorts specifically have 4-way stretch material. They've got a hem coming up the leg, so the shorts move up and down your leg. They've just one pocket on the side, so if you really need, you can carry your phone, your keys, your wallet inside it, and that's it. That's all you really ever need. So why put 3 or 4? Well, we have 3 pockets on our other shorts, but I said, right, let's just do one. Working on a specific waistband as well, because whenever you're doing wall balls or squats or whatever, your shorts can fall down very easily. Especially if you've got a big booty like me, it's easy done.
What was the first thing in your range? What did you think was the most important thing when you first started out?
I think the first thing was probably a signature jumper and some form of t-shirt. One, because from a manufacturer and production side of things, they were easily accessible, easy to develop, and also I wanted to kind of bridge that gap between fashion and fitness, and I wanted to make it cool to have an OLY jumper, and I wanted to make it cool to be wearing one, and like to kind of embody what the mission statement is. And people aren't going to wear your clothes if they're not nice. So the jumpers, like, they've been a staple since day one, and they've been with us since day one, and they're still probably our most popular product by a country mile. So
what's the future hold? What are you aiming for?
Yeah, I kind of have big goals and aspirations for the company. I believe you're going to do something, do it right. So we're aiming for the next 3 years anyway. Well, our goal was to get to the CrossFit Games in 2022, and I set that back in 2016.
Oh, that's like an athlete, isn't
yeah,
it?
do you know what I mean? So, we set that goal back in 2016, and as far as I'm concerned, we're definitely on par to get that. Our next big thing was to go to regionals next year, but they're out of the picture. But I think we're going to really focus on the functional fitness side of things for now. Working with Carl and Gretchen's been fantastic. They're both really keen on getting this sport out there, and that's what I love. I love kind of working with people who are as energetic and enthusiastic as I am, and who are all for the sport and all for pushing this message and all for pushing something that's essentially going to make someone's life better, and that's what I want. But for us right now, we're putting out our 2019 range soon at the end of October, so hopefully we'll get that out for Christmas. We've got a couple of big competitions coming up after Christmas, towards the summertime. We don't want to release too much about that yet, but yeah, like I say, we've just been kind of working on developing processes, making the company run efficiently. So now we're just trying to grow it and trying to build it, and any which way possible, we're going to do that.
Sounds very exciting. But anyway, guys, all of our content that you watch over the weekend, you'll obviously see the International Functional Fitness Federation World Championships. All the athletes have got chill out t-shirts that are done by you guys. Yeah. All the judges are wearing OLY t-shirts, and the
technical officials.
Technical officials.
Yes.
Sorry.
I've made that mistake.
So yeah, there's plenty of it, and check out their website. Where can they find you on social media?
Yeah, so you can find us on social media. Instagram and Facebook is just OLY Clothing, so that's OLY Clothing. And then the website is just www.olyclothing.com. We don't have Twitter because it's useless.
We have Twitter though, so it's not totally useless.
It's not totally useless, but I'm trying to sell a t-shirt and I can't really use photos all that well on Twitter, so I'll keep the distance from it. But yeah, Instagram, Facebook, hit us up. I was going to send out my email. I don't need to do that. But yeah, if anybody needs anything, custom gear, anything like that, hit us up.
Hit them up. Plus you get a good accent in the conversation.
A fantastic accent. You might not be able to understand me at first, but just ask me
I can say you settle into it. Definitely.
Just ask me to talk slow, And I'll try my best to talk slow.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, Lauren.